January 28, 2026. I got a strange mail yesterday, was it? And it was from my birth city, and they told me that they are going to make a decision of if I could live in my hometown and be at that kind of health care that is for older people, but not with dementia, but that, like me, we have some issues with the bodies, with our body. And I was surprised because that woman that come home to me when I lived in the other place, and she told me that we have already said no to you, that you can't be on that kind of living place because you can take a shower on your own and you can do things on your own that is a requirement to live in those houses, that you can't take care of your hygiene, cleaning things, so make your bed, and this kind of things I can do. It's not about that. I don't have that kind of problems. And so she say, it will be a no for a second time for you to come into that kind of home. She told me. And she asked me, is it okay that I talk to those in the other city that we have talking? And I say yes to her because it seems to be correct what she was talking about. And then I've forget it because I was thinking they are not going to talk to me, my home city, because she is saying that they are going to say no to me in this city where I live now. And then I was thinking, I have moved from the other place, so I am okay, but not 100% okay, as I couldn't take my scooter with me, that I have to wait for an electric wheelchair to drive. And I am going to the doctor tomorrow, and they are going to check out my hearing and if I can see. And that have scared me because I have going more bad since I did that test when I got this electric scooter, and now I am worse. And I was thinking, then they will not give me any electric wheelchair. And if they don't do that, what can I do? Because I can't sit at home the whole time. I must come out. I can go out and to the taxi, but am I going to with a taxi? It's only to one place, one spot, and then I need to wait for the taxi to come and get me, and they can come whenever. It can be a long time to wait for the taxi, and it's not the best to do, but I can come out in that way, but only in one spot. And I have the freedom when I go with if I get electric wheelchair, I can drive out. And I have been thinking that if I don't get it, I have to buy my own. It's much money, but I can save up money to get it, but it will take a long time to save it up. But I saw at Amazon there is a cheap electric wheelchair to buy, but here in Sweden is it expensive, and that was what I was thinking about. But now something happened. I'm going to let them make a decision if I can come there, and I'm going to write. They sent me a mail because they wanted me to read it and then add to it if it's something more they should make decision about. And I'm going to tell them that I took all the money I had could move to this place, and I couldn't pay the bills, so I am in debt, and then I maybe can't move because of that to my hometown. And then I was thinking about that I have got a better contact with my daughter because she don't have a job just now. She's working only in hours. She don't have a real job. I think it's so sad, but that she don't understand it, but I think she understands it, but she chooses to have it like that because that's what she are used with. I have talking about this, to be used about something and never could go away from it, and see that if you change your way to do things in life, and you maybe are thinking that this is the best way to do things, and then you test another way to do it, and then suddenly you find out that it was not the best that I had before. This is so much better. But if you don't test it, then you don't know that you can have a better job and easier job, or maybe more money from the job you do. And you maybe are a talent. You didn't know that you were talent because you have never tested. So, but I recognize my daughter in her father's side when it comes to working. Her father have always working, but is this to hold into something that are common, that they can rely on, they can be comfort in to have that kind of job and don't want something else. That's not on my side. That's what she get from her father's side. They are working, but they could work. Her father has success when it comes to a job, but it could be that it was me that changed it for him. He didn't do it on his own, because when we have built our big house, 8 rooms, big house, and then suddenly he found out that he couldn't pay off the house. He had not enough money, and he go depression. My daughter's father go depression, and I told him sometimes, go out and take a walk and get fresh air, and the depression is going away. And he was very close to make a suicide, and he only sit down and sighed, and he didn't know what to do because he had not enough money. And then one day when I was tired of, I couldn't go with him in our car because I was frightened that he should turn around when a big truck is coming and drive and crash into the truck or the tree because of depression. And so I'd be scared to go on vehicle that I couldn't control. And it took me for 1-2 years to could slow down. I was frightened. I couldn't take the bus because of what happened in my home. And so one day I say to him, when he had just got his birthday, 40 years old, and I told him, take on that suit that I bought you for the birthday gift. Take that and take a fragrance on you so you smell very nice. And then you go up to your boss. I told him, go up to your boss today and you clearly tell him that you can't afford your house if he don't give you a better job, I say to him. And he did that. And he got a much better job that he was staying with the whole time until he be retired. And he got so much more money. And so I did it. He was the one that held in that lower paid job. It was me that changed his mind. So he did that. And I wish I could do that on my daughter also, to change it. So, and I don't know now, because my daughter was here yesterday, and we have a great day together. And you know, I told her that I love her, and everything works out. We have a fika. We were drinking coffee together, and then with nice buns, and then we go and eat pizza, and she helped me to take down my Christmas things. I had the Christmas things in a box, in 4 or 5 boxes, plus the Christmas tree. And she took it down to the store unit and lock it in there. So I don't have any Christmas things in my apartment anymore. And that was enough for her to do. So then she told me something that changed everything for me. Because I was thinking when I got this mail about my hometown that I can't move there because my daughter will have hard to visit me, and now we have very good connection to each other. And I was thinking that then it will not be so good connection between us when I move more far away. But then yesterday my daughter told me that she say her father is going to move away. He going to sell the house. And I am thinking that then is it goodbye for my daughter to get that house. Her father and I was built this 8-room house, and she don't get it because he's going to sell it, and it will be money of it. Because she say that her father is going to move to that city where this woman that he lived together with, she lived with him. And he was saying to me, my daughter, that he is going to move to her city, his girlfriend's city, because she have these bad kidneys, and she have to go to the hospital and lay in the hospital and clean up the kidneys sometimes. maybe 4 times a year like that. And it is far to the hospital for her when she lived with my daughter's father. So he was thinking that he should move to her city because there was a hospital in that city, so it was not far away. And I don't think that he have changed his way to think. So it's only something that is in his mind, but he don't do it. But anyway, it can happen. And then my daughter don't have her father close to her, so she can go to him, travel to him. And then it doesn't matter if she have hard to travel to me, because it's gonna be the same distance like her father. So she have her parents long distance from where she is. But then I'm thinking that she's 40 years old, and it's time for her to break loose from her parents. And that is no rare things. The young people move away, far away, but this time is it her parents that move away. But I'm thinking that she need to stand on her own, and that it's very sad to think about it, because she have no one. She don't have any siblings. She have a brother, but he don't talk to her like he don't talk to me. And so she don't have any. And like I say, that her friends in the church, they have been married and they have kids and they have their own family. And many of people in my daughter's church, they have split up. They are not in the church anymore. It's what's happened around the world today, that the church doesn't give people what people need. They need to hear other things and then the same things from the Bible. The pastor, I have been close. I am an ordained pastor, and I have had friends in the United States that have been bishop and pastors, and I know they have a manuscript that is sent to them, so they talking the same things in the same sort of church. They have the same manuscript. It's not coming from the pastor talking to God. It's someone is saying that this manuscript, I was preaching like this paper, and it works good in my church. And I think you should also say the same thing and showing in the Bible. And because they give me very much money in tithing, because they like my preaching. And then it's going around in the same sort of church around the country, or maybe abroad also. And people are so tired to hear something that doesn't fit into their own life. As soon as they're coming out from the church, they realize that their world is not the same as it is what the preacher are telling them. And they hear the same things, because those preachers, they don't go into hard things to explain. It's always the same books, the same chapter, the same sentence they tell people. And nothing change people's life. Whatever they preaching about, they never see that in their real life. And so my daughter, I don't know what will happen to her, and I should not be worried more than I'm worried about any person that is here on this planet. Because my daughter, she is adult. She has chose her way on her own, and then she have to stay for it. She have to take it, and I think that's why she have a little more mental issues with herself, because she have no family, really. In this time, when she's 40, she should have been married and have kids and have her own family, her own world. But she don't have it. So I'm not worried about her, but I feel sad for her that she start to realize that she's standing on her own, and then she don't have a real job. But for me, is it that it opened up that I should continue with this, to move to my hometown. And I'm going to write to those that make the decision. I'm going to write them that I am an author. I speak all over the world in my podcast here, and like Storyteller is saying that I am an author, and it says like that. IA, artificial intelligence, is saying that I am an author. So for myself, when I write on paper, I say I'm a podcaster, but they take it as an author. But this is not something that I do it as a book. I don't do that, because you know that you that have followed me, that it have changed. Every step it's going to a direction that I didn't know should come from the start, and it changed it, and it's been more and more clear that is the truth. The spirit is the truth. Not what you read in a book, not what other people is telling you. The spirit inside you telling you the truth. And that's why it's important that you have connection with your spirit. You don't need to have the connection with your body because it's only a shell. It's something that holds your spirit inside it. It is like a box with your spirit in it. And when you passed away, your body is going to be here on earth, but the spirit will break free from the start to be rotten body that it have been into, and it's going to leave it there. It's going to leave it on earth here, and it will come like it come as a dust, and it's going to the dust because it was not. It was only a temporary thing for a spirit, and of course we should take care of our body, but it is not the most important. The most important is your spirit, and you need to move forward to find the truth. I tell you that I maybe have 5% wrong, because sometimes I go into myself, my earthly me, and am not connected with the spirit. But if I am in the spirit, there you have the truth. And I have told you when I am in the spirit. So you know when I am in the spirit, I can't lie. That is the really truth, what is saying there. And that the spirit that have with the alien to do, they are not in religion, and they are not political aliens, and they are more into the spirit than what we are here on earth. So for them it doesn't matter how they look like. It's what's inside them that is important. And that's what they have hunting, because they know they are missing the heart. I have told you how they built a world that should be perfect. And then when they have built the perfect world, they come to understand they didn't have these emotional things that belongs to the heart, because they didn't think about the heart when they built the perfect world. And the spirit and the heart needs to be together. And you ask, it's a spirit coming now, because now it come a question to me about this with the heart, because the heart is to make the blood going around in our body, then we need a body. You are thinking. But the whole time when I have speaking to you, have I remember what the angel was telling me. She told me twice, not in the same time. It was some weeks between. She was talking about it, but she was talking about our heart. So that's why I coughing, and now I'm going coughing again. A spirit is coming into me and talking to you about the heart. Yeah, they are. It is something that they store in a box. That's what the angel was telling me and you, that the heart, they take that heart. It's standing still in your body when you die, but the spirit will take it, with them up, and they are going to hold it in a box, and the most value thing they have from your body that day when you die from the earth and you are leaving your body. But in that second when you die, they take your heart and lay it in a box. She told us, the angel. It was so beautiful when she was talking about it. I was almost crying because it was so beautiful. And she said that they hold that as a sacrifice of the body that they couldn't take with them. They only could take your heart with them. And that is, though it was not that all of this spirits was taking your heart. And when they go to another planet, and they built a perfect planet, but forget the heart that was in the box, in that I don't remember the word for that. The most valued God have in his hand is your body. Is not your body, is your heart. He holds your heart. And that's why it will not be the same body in heaven as you had here on earth. But the heart should come with you to heaven. And that's what some of those aliens, because there is different races of aliens, and that is the aliens that dig into your body. They go into your body. They want to look at your heart and find out how it is now it fall out from my memories of construction of the heart. Thank you. And they want to know how to do a heart. That's why they are going into the bodies, and they have going into my body and taking some of the futures. That's why I don't have so many kids. I have only 2 children, and the third that I lost when I was in 5th, 6th month, that baby I didn't heard about something about. It maybe was not a baby inside me. It was only this, those things that belong to the baby's bodies that was inside me. And and one time oh, it's hard when it's coming in and out here. And one time I am talking about it when the aliens was in my home, that I didn't know I was pregnant. And then in the evening when I was by myself, I felt something was coming out from my body. And I go down on the floor and must be more than one spirit there. As I have so much coughing inside me. And I was going down on the floor in there when I felt something coming out between my legs, and I felt it was much coming out from between my legs. So I go to the bath tube, and I standing in the bath tube, and it come that kind of water that coming out when it's time for a baby to come out. I get that water out in the whole bathtub, and then it start to come blood. And then suddenly I got 2 sack. It spells SACK, sack. It was there where the baby had been. So it was 2 babies coming out from me, and I didn't felt any pain, so I took a plastic bag and I filled it with a little water, and then I laid these 2 sacks, and it was big as my hands, each of them. So it was a pregnancy for most of the time, maybe 6 months. And when my man come home from his job, I told him that I have had a bleeding, and he drove me to the hospital in emergency room, and the doctor checked out me, and he said that no, you have never been pregnant. It is a monthly bleeding, he said to me. And when I was sitting in his office, I say, that couldn't be a monthly bleeding, I say to him, because I remember that I have these plastic bags with me, and I put the plastic bag up on his desk and say, what is this? If this have not been a pregnancy, I told him. And he be very shocked to see it. And then he say, I take that, the plastic bags, and then I take it to the big hospital so they can check it out what it is. He say, but I never got any paper. I did not know what they did with it. They maybe only take it into the trash. But it was something coming out from me. So I have giving away, not me, but they have stealing from my body many times. And one evening I was crying over that. It was before I got my daughter, and I was crying that I couldn't get any more children than I had my son that was not good in his brain. And I was saying, why can't I get any baby? And then I heard in the air that you are going to meet your baby. You are going to meet your babies one time. They didn't say that I should get a child. And then it was those children they have stealing from me that I should meet. So maybe there is some of this that I have met, the aliens. And that's why I feel love for the aliens also, because some inside my mind is those that I have given birth to, but they were stolen from me. And so then I got my daughter, and I was thinking, why didn't they steal my daughter from me? And then my daughter's father, he knew the answer, because he said that my daughter can't get any children, so she was worthless for them, or they make her not could have any children. It can be two ways. Either that it was not a good baby to take to where they wanted to go, or else was it this that they make her not could have children so she could be here on earth. So it didn't matter for them. And as I was crying over that, I couldn't get any babies. Then they, of mercy, because the aliens have been kind to me, and they have helped me in many things. So they maybe gave me a child, but that child should not be any that child should not bring any kids, because those kids they wanted to have on their own. So it is a little question about my daughter, and it was most that she have very big hands, she have very long fingers, and then is it also that she have the same shoe size as her father. She have not the female feet, and she have not the female hands. And sometimes before she started with these restaurants and destroy her fingers, I told her that you can be a hand model because you have so beautiful fingers. I told her she could have been holding jewelers with her beautiful hands and earn much money on it. But she didn't understood it. We could have done that. So that have been very strange. And then it come with that she can't have children, that she have Turner syndrome. She have that. And you can ask AI what Turner syndrome is. I'm going to check it out by myself to see what they are saying. But my daughter, she have not full Turner syndrome. She have mosaic Turner syndrome, so not everything is Turner syndrome on her. She is bright in her brain. That's not, because sometimes it's saying that they are lower in intelligence, but my daughter is not. She is very bright. She read much books, and she have very much answer for me when I ask. So that's not a problem with her, but she have to go to the doctor. She have to go in health controls over her body because she don't have any hormones in her body. That is Turner syndrome. That she don't have ovaries, and she don't have the hormones. She don't get the monthly bleeding. But I think she have it because she have got medicine for it. She have this hormone medicine that make her get monthly bleeding, but she don't have any ovaries, so she can have any children of her own in a normal way. She can have children, but not in a normal way. And she have never had any man in her life. And I think it's very late now for it not to get children. She can have children, but it must be artificial done. And she can carry it in her womb, the baby, but she can't do it. So it's coming into her womb by herself. And she have the egg frozen down in the research center. So she can have children even if she is 40 years old. And children born like she is a young woman. But she's not thinking about it. And for me, is it, as I have coming so far in this evolution, the knowledge I am coming into the light. So for me, it doesn't matter anymore that I don't have any grandkids. I'm okay with that. It's have nothing with me to do anymore. But it have, of course, been a time when I was sad that she would never get any kids. And it's the same with my son, that he got kids, but he don't let me meet them. So that is what have happened now, and it maybe turn around in some way if they understand that I needed to move away from my old place, because they threatened me and I was so much in stress, so I was on my way to die. And here is it, I sleep so very deep. I sleep like I did before. And it's a little hard because I'm snoring. I'm snoring very loudly. And I come to know that I have not snoring since the accident when the car drove over me in 2018. And here in this apartment, I wake up and I am so sore in my throat because I'm snoring so much. And it's natural for me because that I did when I was teenager. My friends I had in that time, they laughing. You are waking up every person with your snoring. And I remember when I was at the hotel, I was sleeping in one room with many people, and it was on my first time I was going to Israel, and I was sleeping on the airport in the hotel with many people in the same room, and they were complaining over that I wake them up with my snoring. And the one that complained most, when she got in her ear to put in her ears so she couldn't hear the snoring. And when she started to fall to sleep, then it was she that was snoring. I remember that I maybe not snoring so much. It maybe was her own snoring she heard. But after 2018, didn't I snoring? But now I have got it back. So in some way I should be thankful for snoring. It doesn't matter, as I have not any man in my life, so, and I am not going to have any man in my life, so it doesn't matter that I wake up a little sore in my mouth. I need to drink water because I'm so dry in my throat. But that is positive, because that's a healing. Because I sleep so very deep now. And I sleep around 9 hours per night. So that's a normal thing that I should do when I'm so old. And I don't. It's seldom I go up in the night, that I am awake in the night. I sleep the whole night. I am up, of course, I go to the bathroom. But then I go back to the bed and I fall to sleep again. So I am going to be healed. I will see how much healed I can be now. And it doesn't matter that woman that was talking to me, and you talking to me? And I and she say wrong things, but maybe she did it right, because she was telling them that I had a problem to do my bed, and I don't have problem with my bed, and it was and she say that I have this rollator or holding in when I'm walking, and I had that when I walk in my home, and I don't use anything in my home. I walk as normal in my home. I'm not worried about walking in my home. It's about the brain. It's not about the leg. So I am safe in my home. And she was saying that I have electric wheelchair that I use outside, and it's wrong also. So I am not going to change it. That is good that she's writing these things, because that can make me get this yes in this decision. And then they will know that I don't have any money, and maybe they help me to move without I need to pay for it, because I need to move to this place. I will see what will happen, because I'm very isolated in this new home. It's a good home, but I'm isolated because I can't be out like before, when I don't have the scooter anymore. So we will see what's going on. So thank you for listen. And it's coming. I get more and more listener on this podcast, because people want to know more about a God and heaven, and what they call aliens, what it is, and these things. Many people doesn't accept those blur picture with something in it that they called UFO, and it can be whatever. It can be a fly that is around their camera, and they say it's UFO. So people won't really know what it is. And it's the good with those blur pictures is that people be interested of what's going on, but they don't accept these crazy things with blur pictures. So they search for the answer, and that is very good. So I get more and more listener, and for me it was from the start. If I only get one person to listen at my podcast, am I okay with it? That is a success. If one person only follow me, but now it's many thousand that listen at this podcast, and I have hard to see the statistic of you because you use different media. It's a different podcast places all over the world. So I don't know the statistic, but on SoundCloud I know that it's about 60,000 that have listened to my podcast, but it's much more in other places that I don't see. I don't even check out YouTube how much there is that have watch or have listened at this podcast. There is also statistic, but it's not the same statistic as SoundCloud. So I don't know, and it doesn't matter because I know at least there is one person that listens at the podcast, as I was thinking from the start. I didn't know that it should be so big all over the world, and that I get the title to be an author. So thank you to listen, and I hope more and more follow me. But of course, I say one person. But I know it's so much more than one that follow me. And thank you, and God bless you.